Hello, my name is Franklin and welcome to my channel. Today we have a Bobcat T450 skid steer. The customer says that it starts up, the engine runs great, but that the hydraulics does not work at all. The bucket won't lift and the machine won't drive forward and it won't drive reverse. So we're going to check it out and fix it for him. Let's get to it. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is give it a good run around and see what we can see that might need to be done with it. Okay, it looks good, has tracks. Just walk around. It's on the trailer. They lifted it up on the trailer with a winch. So I'm gonna try and fix it so I can get it off the trailer. I'm gonna use it a little bit. Let's go around this side. Let's open it up. Oh, no battery. First thing we're gonna have to do is get a battery. I don't see anything missing here. The engine looks fairly complete. I don't see any leaks, so most likely it's not a hydraulic problem because there are no hydraulic leaks. I don't see any oil anywhere and the level's good. So what we'll do first is get a battery on it and then we'll see if it cranks up. It's getting a little dark, but you see I put the battery in already. I got it in there provisionally so I won't, just to get it done fast because it's getting dark. It's that time of year, days are shorter, so we lose the light fast. It's not late, but it's getting dark already. Let's open it up here and try to start it. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? I guess I should have checked. Looks like they've been working on it here. I don't know where that thing came from. I hate to work on machines that someone has already started working on, because usually you gotta fix what they messed up before you can start working. So I don't know what all this stuff is. I don't know where it came from. Let's take a look. I wonder where all those bolts go to. You see, like all this stuff must have came from somewhere. And I hate to work on stuff. Somebody's already been messing with it. So there's probably a bunch of stuff already taken apart. Let's see if it'll turn on, I guess, first. And then we'll go from there. Let's get in here. Pick up the bar. Oh my god, look at this. It's already torn apart. I don't like to work on equipment that's already torn apart. It's a lot more work. Okay. This is an enclosed cab, so it obviously has air conditioning because got doors and windows. So I must have air conditioning too. Looks like they, I don't know if somebody's been working on this thing. See if I can get it back up in there. Just temporarily. How about like that for now? Okay, let's see if it'll, that's starting. Oh, cranking's right, let's get it on. Oh, it lit up. Let's see if it starts. Hey, it cut on. Let's see. Okay, it says ISO, okay. Got hydraulic pressure. Uh-oh. No hydraulic. See that? Let's cut it off real fast. Off button. How do I cut it on? Let's cut it off. Oh. Okay. You see that? It said no hydraulic fluid. Whew. Let's cut it on for a little bit. The gauge. You see? So probably there's a leak somewhere. See, it says, see that right there? That says, wait a minute, this one is the temperature, because you see this one here has a hydraulic symbol, and then right next to it you see a temperature gauge. That's hydraulic temperature. But this one here just has hydraulic. So that would either mean hydraulic pressure or hydraulic level. So most likely there's no hydraulic fluid. So there may be a leak. So let's cut this off and we'll go out and check the level for one thing here. Or it could be a sensor, but we'll check it out and say, Bobcat. Okay. Let's check it out. Let's cut this off, just in case. Let's open it up and check out the fuel. Okay, let's go back here. Now the hydraulic level should be up under here. What kind of a rod to hold this up with? Let me see. Does that work? No, I don't know what that is, but that's not it. Okay, let's see what the... Okay, it's in the red. So according to that gauge there's no hydraulic oil in the machine at all. So we'll have to check that first. Let me open the tank. Okay, so first thing we're going to have to do is get some hydraulic oil. Put it in there, and then there'll probably be a leak somewhere. We'll check that first, and then come back. Okay, I've taken off the cover. It got dark early last night real fast, because this time of year, the days are a little bit shorter. So I got up early today to try to get this thing off the trailer. As you recall, the hydraulic oil gauge there reads empty. And on the inside, when I started it up, it also read empty. You can see it's down below the red. So I don't want to run it that way. And I went and picked this one up, and they had it loaded up on this trailer. They used the winch over there to winch it up on the trailer with that. It doesn't move right now, but the customer said nothing works. But I'm hoping it's because there's no hydraulic oil, because it can't work without hydraulic oil, of course. So I'm gonna try and put some oil in it right now, and then I'm gonna start it up and drive it forward, and then I'm gonna pull the pin out and then try to back it off. And then actually maybe I should look for the leak right now. Actually, we'll start it up and check for leaks first. And most likely that's the problem, was the reason why it doesn't work. But let's give it let's try it out. What I'm gonna do now, you see I put that funnel in there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some hydraulic oil in it, and then we'll go from there. See how it functions, or if it functions at all. They said it doesn't move, doesn't lift, doesn't do anything. So let's put some oil in it, and then we'll go from there. I have a 5-gallon tub. I won't fill it. We'll just put in about 2 to 3 gallons, because this stuff is like $69, $70 for a 5-gallon bucket. We don't want to waste it too much. Okay, we'll put this little bit in there for now. Like that. Okay. And then we'll check and see if it comes out on the floor somewhere. Oops. I'll do it slower. Unless that gauge doesn't work. Could be full. Let's see. Nope, I was just pouring it in too fast. It's coming out the bottom. The gauge is not moving yet. It's still down in the red. I want to see if we can get it at least close to the green. We don't have to get it full. We just want it close to the green so we can test for leaks. It's still, oh, it's moving. It's moving. I see it moving now. The little needle's moving. Not yet to the green, but okay. We may have to sacrifice this a little bit to find the leak, if there is a leak. They may have taken it out, because it's supposed to have been parked for a couple of years. Okay, so it reads full now. I didn't put much in, so a leak is probably not the problem. It's just probably low. No maintenance. Okay. If you see the gauge now? Let's see if I can get a good shot of that. Oh, where is it? Okay, there it is right there. See that gauge? It's in the green almost. Well, actually it's full according to that gauge. But we'll start it up and see what happens first. Let's go inside here. Put this down. Okay. This unit here obviously has air conditioning because there's no way you can be in it with the doors closed and windows closed unless it has an air conditioner. It'd suffocate. Okay, let's go inside of here. And obviously, it probably has a different problem. I think it wasn't really that low. The back window's missing. I guess they must have broke it. Okay. Put this bar down. Otherwise, it won't work. Okay, so we'll go. Here's the little switch. We'll cut it on first. Okay, and let's see what it read. It still reads empty. See that bottom left side? It still reads empty hydraulics. So let's start it up and see what happens. Okay, it starts. But see this gauge right here? Move a little bit. It's going up. It's going up. Okay. Let's see if it'll. Okay, it's not being empty anymore. Okay, let's cut it off and see if it's a leak. The reading almost full now. Okay, let's cut it off right now, and then we'll go check and see if there's a hydraulic oil coming out somewhere, just to be on the safe side. Okay, don't see any leaks on the bottom. Don't see any leaks there. No, if there was leaks, it'd be spraying all over the place. So it's not dripping anywhere. So let's see if it'll move. I don't see any wet spots anywhere. So there obviously are not any leaks. So let's start from there. Let's go back inside and crank it up and see if it'll move. So there's no leaks. We'll see if it works. If not, then we'll check for electrical problems, and we'll check for mechanical problems on the inside. Definitely someone's been working in. I see it's all opened everywhere. We'll put the bar down. Okay. Cut it on. This one here is a start button. Okay, it doesn't click. What's that? Park brake off. Should hear a little click. Bam. So, let's see if it says what it says here. It's got an error code. That's temperature. And let's see. Looks like that one is temperature. Oh, danger and danger. So it's got some errors. Parking brake is on, looks like. Let's see, the switch cuts it off. Okay. Now see that P right there? That P, right? That's a P. That means a parking brake. So the parking brake, when you hit this, it should be off. That light, it should go off. So, let's see if it tries to move at all. Okay, let's put it H, ISO. What's this here? Okay, let's see if it tries to move at all. Nothing. No, okay. Oops, sorry. No functions. Hear the reverse alarm. So it is engaging the reverse alarm. And I don't know what they took this thing off for. Okay, so it says that there's a problem with the temperature here and hydraulic. Problem with the hydraulics. So what we're going to have to do is check and see if we have hydraulic pressure. Let me see what we got. It has hydraulic. come on. It's off now. But you still got the parking brake and bucket lock. So the bucket is locked. Temperature, and that is oil pressure, battery, and fluid level. So we're hydraulic level, so we're good there. But we have an error code, and that's why it's not working. There's an error code. Let's see if we can enter. Okay, there we go. I just noticed that our gauge here is reading empty again, so maybe it lost all that hydraulic oil. Let's check again for leaks. It may have been sucked into the pipes, but I see there's a leak here. That's hydraulic oil. So this one here is leaking. This cylinder here is leaking, but it's not leaking that fast to where it drained that much out. Let me see. That's water there. Let's check this side. I don't see any leaks here in the front. I'll have to open it up and see what's leaking inside. This one here has a leak also, but that's not enough to stop it from working. Now it should be reading around 3,800 psi. It should be reading a lot more pressure than 300, but it still could be empty. So what we'll do is we're gonna have to lift this cab up to make sure there's no leaks inside. I see oil there. That's water. Let me see if I can get the cab open, and then I'll come right back. So it appears the bolts are already out. That's probably where all those bolts came from. So we should be able to pick it up here. Well, I need my two hands. I'll have to push it up and come right back. Okay, I pushed it open, and it was pretty heavy because you see that shock right there, and there's one over there too. Oh, there is not. There's only one shock. This little shock here is worn, so it doesn't have as much gas in it, so it's hard to get up. Normally, you just kind of pick up a little bit, it goes up by itself, but it's no good. And this is your lock right here. When you lift this thing up, you make sure this thing clicks, so it won't fall on your head. And I'm looking for leaks in here. And so far, to get this thing open, by the way, you see that one right there? That one has to come off. This one has to come off. That allows you to lift it up. You see the little hole right there? Oh, right there. There's one on the other side as well. There's some nuts you take off from the inside, 2 of them only. And then the whole thing lifts right up. It's supposed to lift up easy with that little shock there, but the shock's worn out, so. I don't see any leaks at the pump itself, but the level did go down again, so maybe we can add some more hydraulic fluid to it and see if the problem is this cylinder, which is leaking quite a bit. When I try to pick it up, it's probably spraying out a lot more fluid. And if you see, it's wet at the bottom down there. I don't know if you can see. This little red valve with the red button here, see on the bottom of it, see how it's all wet right there? It looks like it's leaking there also. And what this valve here is emergency down valve. If you're working, you have it up in the air, and on this one, if you have it up in the air, the door will not open because all this will be in front of the door, so you wouldn't be able to get out. And almost all Bobcats have that emergency down valve. So if the machine gets stopped or cuts off while you're up in the air, you can pull this button out slowly, and it'll slowly go down. You just kind of just pull it up, and the bucket will slowly go down. Just want to make sure that there's no one or no thing under the bucket, of course. And then you slowly let the bucket down, and then you can get out, because that door won't open if this thing is up in the air, because it'll be blocking the door. So what we'll do now is we'll put some more oil in it since it went down to empty, and then we'll check again for leaks. I missed that leak there the first time, and it probably just didn't have enough oil in it to get going. So let's see. It only has 300 psi of pressure, which is nothing. I hate to put a whole lot in to find out what the problem is, but let me get some more oil. We'll put this thing down To put it down, you got to push it up with one hand and push in on this right here. And, you know, be careful because the shock's bad, so it might fall on you. So I can't, I'd show you, but I broke the track part again. I need to buy another one. So I'm going to take this off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to push it up a little bit. I'm going to push this up with my hand like that. And the other hand I'll put right here and push that in. And this thing's supposed to come down slowly. But since that shock's a little damaged, it comes down fast. So you got to be careful. Okay. Alrighty. Push that up. And then push this in. Let it come down slowly. And then it's going to get heavier as it comes down. Just be careful with your fingers and hands. Let it go. Whoops. Okay. I'm noticing that it has a lot of leaks. If you look at it right there, it looks like it's leaking quite a bit from here. This must be the one of the lift cylinders. Let's look right here on the end. Okay, let's take a better look at it. You can see that that cylinder there has been leaking quite a while. And that could be why it's empty. You see, look at all that hydraulic oil on the track. So it may be spraying out pretty heavily when it's on the up. That's more than it should be though. It's probably got a leaking hose as well. That's a little bit too much. Could be the cylinder itself is damaged. I think we're gonna have to cut it out and check it out. But also what I noticed is that the level is back down to 0. So what we'll do is we'll add some more hydraulic oil. We'll let it run and we'll check everywhere for leaks. That way we'll know what we gotta fix. But still the pressure is really low, 300 psi. We'll have to check this belt. This particular Bobcat here has an engine here, and on the other side is the hydraulic pump. And there's actually a belt that turns the pump. So we'll take this battery, move it out of the way, pull this piece off, and check the belt. Also, because it only has 300 pounds per square inch of pressure, and it should have more than 3,800. Let's check this side here. Also wet. So this one also has a leak also. So that's probably why it's empty. It's losing all the pressure. So I have to take these 2 cylinders off. Also have a leak here. That one's leaking as well. See, it's all wet. And you look down here, that's all wet also. So that one's also leaking. So we'll probably have to do those 4 cylinders. Let's start it up. Well, no, let's put some more hydraulic fluid in it, and then we'll start it up and check it out again. Okay, I filled it up, and as you can see, it's a little bit above the red, so it's above full. That's because there's a lot of air in the system since the tank was completely empty. It's got a lot of leaks, so it's going to go down to the green, and also it's got a lot of leaks, so it's going to be leaking some more too. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start it up, check for leaks around, and then we're going to check this belt here on the side where the motor turns the pump. First, let's check for leaks. Okay, we're back inside. Let's put the safety bar down, and we'll go over to the switch again, and we'll cut it on. Let me close the door because there'll be a door switch somewhere. Let's move that out of the way first. There we go. It's closed now. Okay. Turn it on. You see, the battery's good. Temperature's getting up there. Let's cut it on now. 300 RPMs. Got hydraulic levels up again. Now let's check again the shows. Okay, there we go. Now RPM is 1300. Has oil pressure of 64 psi, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. This one right here only shows 366 pounds for the hydraulics. It should be over 3,000. So let's speed up a bit. Okay, so don't move. Nothing works. Doesn't move. Doesn't lift. Oh, let's hit the button here. Okay, let's go out. Leave it on and check for leaks. Okay, now we got a big leak here. That's not enough to stop from working. Okay, over here, probably come from that one there. Here in the front, we have some leaks also, but can't really tell where it's coming from. Oh, from here. Got a leak there. Leak there. This side, we got a leak here. Also, it's all wet here. See it coming out. But that's not enough stuff from working. So, engine sounds good. I'll have to cut it off and check there. It never went down to a good mark, so it's good supply right there. Let's start it up again and try it out. See, it lights up. Hydraulic level's up good now. Good voltage. Hydraulic pressure is down low. Still, watch temperature, hydraulic temperature. Okay. Now what I notice here is the parking brake is still on. And we have some codes. Shutdown codes. M5306. Okay. I happen to have here the code list. Let's find it. Okay. I'm gonna go to the M's. B, let's see, all the way to the M. There's two codes. Two shutdown codes. H, M1, M2, M3, 4, M5, 222, and M5306. Okay, so we got M5. Okay, M53, M522, M5222, M5222. Operate to start switch out of range. That's this switch right here. And we got M5306. Go back. M5306. Operate light. Press to operate light short of the ground. Okay, this is the press to operate switch, and the light's in there also. So that means this switch here is bad. And that's the switch you actually operate to make it work. We got a new one. M222, we checked that. That said it's this switch. M5306, that means it's the light on this switch. M2899, let's see what that is. Okay, let's go back. And this is available online. I got this list off online. I just Googled it. M2899 it said. M2899. Secondary throttle sensor calibration required. Okay, we ain't gonna worry about that right now. That's better shutdown thing by now. Okay, so that lets us know this switch here is shorted. Let's cut it off and check it out. Okay, let's check out this switch here. That's this switch right here. Okay, let's pull it off. Let's see. According to the tester, it's the switch that's bad now. Let's see. It don't look bad. Yeah, but let me get a voltage tester and we'll check it out real fast. Okay, this is the switch right here. I tested it. It was making a bad contact. It wasn't making a good contact. So I cleaned it with some electronic spray I got from O'Reilly's. Not electric spray because it'll eat all the varnish off. It'll destroy your wires. It has to say electronic spray, not electrical spray. So I already put it in and it started working. So I just cleaned it off. I sprayed the connection, the wires that go in there. These wires right here. I took them off and I sprayed electronic spray in there also and cleaned it off. And I put it back in and the light came on and the button worked. So, and it goes forward and it goes backwards and it lifts up. So that was the problem right there. This switch was bad. And because of that, it would not move at all. And of course, there was no hydraulic oil. There are quite a few leaks. 4 cylinders were leaking. And also the bucket tilt and the bucket release is also leaking. I'll have to get a hold of the owner and see if he wants me to fix those 4. But let's give it a shot here. I got it on. Okay, let's see if we can you see that switch there? See it lit up? That means we're working now. Okay, let's see here. See it's going up? Now it's going down. And the good thing about it is it shows the diagnostic codes. See, we're going forward. Now we're going backwards. I don't want to go too far back because the trailer will lift up off the ground. But everything works. The bucket tilts. See it? Moving. Okay. So it showed, and this is the off button. See if it cuts it. Hydraulics cut off. That don't work. Oh, they supposed to. Okay, anyway, let's get it off. And I'll get a hold of the owner and see if he wants me to rebuild the cylinders. But I will not record rebuilding the cylinders because I've got about 3 or 4 hydraulic cylinder rebuild videos on my site, on my channel, and nobody watches them. Okay, I have about 3 or 4 videos on my site, on my channel, my YouTube channel, and they don't get a lot of views at all. Nobody, it's kind of boring, I guess. Once you've done one, you've done them all. They're all basically the same. So I'm not going to record rebuilding those cylinders if he gives me permission to do it. A lot of times the customer says, no, it's working. Just keep putting oil in there and we'll use it like that until it stops working. Because actually the cylinders do work. It's just that they're leaking a lot of oil. All of them are leaking. So it's leaking a lot of oil, but a lot of times the customer doesn't want to pay the, I think I'll charge them $3, $6, $9, $1,200 to do all of them, maybe $1,300, $1,500 maybe. If I tell him $1,500 to do all 4, he'll let them leak and do one at a time. So we'll see what happens. But that was the problem. It's that little switch. But the good thing is, if you work on the Bobcats, go online and just type in Bobcat fault code list, and it'll come to it, and you can download it's a PDF file, has all the codes. And the 2 codes that came up with a 5306, which said push the start button light grounded, and the other one said push the 5222. That one said push the start button out of range. And basically was they had dirt on them, or corrosion, and they weren't making a good contact, so the bullets wouldn't pass from one terminal to the other. When I sprayed the electronic cleaner on it, it cleaned them up real good and it started working. Just remember, like I said, not electrical cleaner, because the can looks exactly the same. But one time I used electrical cleaner, I didn't read the can properly. The electrical cleaner is for cleaning like wires and stuff like that. But if you use electrical cleaner on this kind of stuff, it will melt all the plastic and it will melt all your circuit boards. Trust me, because I did it before, and I'm not going to do it again. So I looked at the can and it did not say electronic, it said electrical. So whenever you're using spray to clean off any contacts or wires or anything in these machines, you want to use the one that says electronic, not electrical. Don't do what I did. Okay. So thank you very much for watching my video. And if you don't mind, please take a second to subscribe to my channel and leave me a like. I appreciate it. It's almost quick, but normally they're not. You guys take it easy. Peace.